What's up, ladies? How y'all doing? I just wanted to make a quick video. Let me close my laptop because I know that speaker is gonna get the grinding. Let me see. Let me prop y'all up. Alrighty. Big bulgy shirt. Alright. Putting on some of my, I promise you, I'm always applying this on camera and whatever. Anyway, pumpkin spice latte by Queen Care Cosmetics. Get into it. If you be having dry hands because you always washing them, this is the stuff to get. Okay, so I just wanted to do a quick story time. That's my plan anyway. My name is Love from the platform Hanging Out with Love, and I am the self-love guru, and I'm all about the black man, the black woman, and the black family. Okay, so I just wanted to make this quick video about something that I went through when I was coming out of, let me see, was this before? This was actually right before grad school. So for those of you who do not know, I used to be doing like one-on-one type care with children and adults with special needs. So I got burned out with that. I did that for a couple years while I was in college and, you know, after graduation for a few months. And then I decided to switch gears and I fell in love with being a nanny because I'm like, I love kids. Being a nanny in the triangle, you get paid very well. So I would have a few clients every week. I might go to one family for a full day and then maybe do like a Monday, Wednesday thing or a Monday, Thursday, Friday thing. But that would be my schedule, but I would get paid good money to work those hours, right? So fast forward, I ended up moving back closer to my hometown, and I landed a job at this agency where they provided childcare. And so I was at this agency and I ended up watching this really super cute little baby. He was 6 months old, and the parents actually had some difficulty trying to find someone to replace their last nanny because she like quit abruptly, and she just didn't like their sort of micromanaging type of style. Essentially, she was not assertive enough to keep that job because mom was a first-time mother, and me having experience with first-time moms, I knew like you're going to be more anxious than other moms, you're going to have some anxiety, but I'm confident in what I do, and all I can do is assure you that I know exactly what I'm doing by showing you that, not by saying it, but just by showing you like, oh, okay, awesome, I can get it done, sounds good. If you need anything, give me a call. Or if you just want to hear your baby, give me a call, right? So I'm just good at what I do. I didn't have any issues out of the family. But anyway, they were filthy rich. I'm talking about, I don't know what the man did for a living because I forgot. That's how insignificant it was to me. But the wife was actually like some huge marketing executive for a major cigarette company. And if you know anything about North Carolina is an agricultural state, and so tobacco is one of our main exports. So huge in that. She had been doing it for years, and the way her husband described it was that she made more money than she could spend ever since he could remember. So she's been killing the game for a long time. Hey, Hargrove. So that's how that went. So I was nannying for this family, and I love the baby. Like, I fell in love with him. And so originally it was just like a temporary sort of contract thing because they needed to find someone permanent, but I knew that I was going to grad school in that fall semester. And so they told me that, you know, they really appreciated me being there. Like, I came in the clutch, I did a great job, etc. Right? Hold on one second. Okay, sorry y'all. So I did a great job, right? So I'm like, well, I appreciate that. So I actually contacted the agency that I worked through. So the way it worked, they pay the agency a certain fee, which is more than what I get paid. And then the agency gives me a cut of that fee. So when you are doing sort of like a brokerage type thing, you don't get paid the money straight out. They're not handing it to you like it was with my other nanny jobs. Whereas before, my other nanny jobs was like they pay a fee to the agency, like a one-time fee or maybe like an annual fee or something like that, so that they can continue getting a nanny on payroll, or so that they can have like a consistent babysitter. So you pay this one-time fee, and anytime you need a sitter, we send one out to you based on the sitter's availability. And so that's how it was there. But at this particular place, they didn't do it that way. So fast forward, I was working there, and I'm like, you know what? It would be lit if I had this as my steady paying position, because they pay good. Weren't paying as good as they were in the Triangle, obviously, because Guilford County has like a lower threshold when it comes to the median income. So as you know, like in any area where the property taxes are lower, the cost of living is lower, so that means that wages will be lower as well, right? The wages have to match to some capacity the living wage. So yeah, it was just lower, and I really wanted to work with them. And so I didn't go to the family. I went to the agency, and I'm like, hey, I really want to work with them. Like, is there a way that I could just be permanent for the summer? And they're like, oh no, they're looking for someone to be there permanently. So basically, like, unless you can stay, then we can't guarantee your spot. And so I had a conversation with the family, because I'm like, wow, you're really telling me that like I have to keep sporadically babysitting, or I can come every single day, but it's not my consistent job. Like, I didn't like that. And so one day the dad said something to me like, hey, I know, originally we were paying like the $21 an hour, and but that was just because like we were really desperate to find someone. So would it be okay if we dropped down to, like, I don't know what number he said, but I was like, whoa, first of all, $21, that's how much y'all are paying them? Because I'm getting paid like 11. So I was shocked. And I think he said something like 17.25 or something like that. So anyway, I'm like, wow, so they really getting off. Like, and I just asked them if they would be willing to give me this position permanently, and they told me no. So a couple days later, I'm like, well, I know y'all are sort of looking for someone permanent right now, because you don't really have a lot of time to really vet and figure out who to pick. And I know it's going to take you a while, because mom is super picky. Super picky. I loved her so much though. And so they ended up letting me stay on board. Like, they were like, oh yeah, well, it'll help you because you have your consistent income. It'll help us because we have someone who knows the baby and can be here. And so I'm like, bingo. Cha-ching, that's all I could hear in my head. So they told the agency, and the agency basically let me know that they wanted to keep me on. And so when the family asked, like, how much would you like to be paid, I told them, I'm like, the $17.25, that's fine. And they were like, okay, that works. And so they were paying me $17.25 an hour every week, and I was there for almost 10 hours a day. So that's how I got my money up in the summer before I went off to grad school. So while the freak that I tell that long drawn out story, the point of all this is you gotta get you. When people in the song like, I'm out here grinding, I ain't seen nothing from nobody, homie, I gotta get me, cause I'm out here grinding. You gotta get you. Like, don't nobody owe you shit in this world. That's what my dad used to tell me. Don't nobody owe you shit. If you want something, you gotta take it. And those people were making a good profit off of me. You're making $10 an hour off of me while I'm making $11 an hour simultaneously. That's buku money. And this is daily. So I'm talking about they're making, $500 off of me every week? That's disgusting. Like, who does that, but this is business. So when I have conversations with y'all, understand this is coming from a business mindset. I am a business woman, but I'm also very empathetic because I'm a social worker, right? So I look at it from both sides. What's best for the client that also benefits me. That's how I need y'all to think about these relationships. What value am I going to be able to bring to this person? Because a lot of the times we say like, oh, I don't really care what he's getting out of it. But it matters. Because he's getting something out of it. And if he's not getting something out of it, he's going to want something out of it. And if it's not produced, that's when that anger starts coming in, right? That's when that resentment starts coming in. Because it's like I'm pouring into you and the relationship is not what? Symbiotic. I told y'all about symbiotic relationships. It's a give and take. So it's a lot of these guys, especially like sugar daddies, they just want to be seen with you. They're getting clout out of it. They home, oh, you a dirty old man. They get that out of it when they go golfing with their friends after they saw you and that old ass man at Ruth's Chris. That's what they get out of it. But in every relationship, even your friends, they're getting something out of that relationship. You make them feel good. You speak life into them. They enjoy spending time with you because you're fun, right? Every relationship, somebody's getting something out of it. So you need to know what that is for them because it matters. Okay? Because you might stop doing it one day. Who knows? You need to know what that is for them. What is that person's love language? And then you need to know your love language. My love language is gifts. So if I'm in at a job and I find out I'm getting paid way lower than what I feel like I'm supposed to get, I'm going to have a problem with that. That was an instant over $6 an hour raise that I needed for myself. They weren't going to give it to me, so I had to take the backdoor route. Right? And some people feel like, oh, well, that might have been sneaky. Or, well, I don't know if I can do something like that. Well, you're going to get the short end of the stick out of life every time. This is survival of the fittest. I know when people say it and they're in positions of power, it's like, oh, that's inhumane. That's real. They're not lying. It is. Either you got the money to help yourself or you don't. Either you have the mental resources to help yourself or you don't. This is why I talk game all the time. This is not for fun. My page might be entertaining to a lot of people, but this is not for fun. I'm teaching you strategy. I'm teaching you how to think methodically. I'm teaching you steps. When I talk about leaving your man and I say book a session with me so you can have an exit strategy, I strategize on everything. I've left relationships. You think I didn't have an exit strategy? I planned it from point A to point B. They didn't know what happened. I slipped right up from under them. They didn't even feel me leaving. Come on now. You're talking to an individual that thinks on a different level. So understand, yeah, we're going to have fun. We're going to turn up. We're going to laugh. I'm going to post cute, pictures of my family. I'm going to post my little vacations. I might post a couple gifts that I get from these men. But ultimately, this is what we're here for. I'm here to change mentalities so that families can be saved. Because that's what most of y'all want. If you don't want that, let me know. Because that means you shouldn't be up here. If you want a family, if you desire a man, if you desire to bear children, if you desire to have a healthy relationship that benefits the both of you, that's what this channel is for. But when you think from a perspective of, oh, well, I can't do that because that looks, no. I don't know who taught y'all that having morals means that you have to go against yourself, but that is false. So I love you. I know this story was drawn out, but I hope it helped. And if you need a book with me, click that link in my bio, sis. I'm here. Consultations open. I also do have books, which are on my official website. So when you click that link tree, it says Love's official website. You click on that. It has a list of all of my books there. And if you made it to the end of this video, drop a red heart in the comments and let me know. So that way I'll know that we on the same page. I love you. Peace.